Welcome to Media Day. Thanks for being here, and a special thanks to all the media in attendance. We have a short video presentation to kick things off. I'll let the guys do it.
Making it on the Korn Ferry Tour means they can make it on the PGA Tour, but they'll have to aim high in order to go far.
His third victory this season.
Meet the newest PGA Tour winner, Matt McCarty.
Nap time in Mexico.
The game's next rising stars. Tomorrow is earned. It all comes down to the Korn Ferry Tour Championship, presented by United Leasing and Finance.
Well, it's here. United Leasing and Finance presents the Korn Ferry Tour Championship to be contested at the Pete Dye course at French Lick Resorts, October 9th through the 12th. This marks the 14th year Golf Gives Back has hosted professional golf in southern Indiana, and it's the second year for the event to be held here at the Pete Dye course. I'm Jack Pate. I'm board chair of Golf Gives Back. We are a 501c3 entity with an 18-member board of directors. We're all volunteers. None of us get paid. We're in these pretty blue jackets here. Would the board members please stand? And I'd like to recognize all the board members. It's a terrific group. You know, they're a terrific group of business leaders that are responsible for today's announcements. And a special thanks, I'm not sure she's still here, Tracy Liebert. She's the administrative assistant. She's back over here. She keeps us all in line. She's right there. So give Tracy a big hand. She keeps everything in line. Golf Gives Back is the host organization of the season-ending event, overseeing the sales, operations, and charitable giving aspect of the tournament. Our board's mission is to provide a world-class event and showcase southern Indiana to spectators, volunteers, and golf professionals. The tournament will be broadcast to the rest of the world on the Golf Channel, reaching over 190 countries. A key component of the Golf Gives Back mission is charitable giving. You know, since the tournament's inception in 2012, over $2.6 million has been distributed to over 100 charitable organizations in our region. Our Golf Gives Back board that you just met works diligently to make that happen. Now that $2.6 million deserves some applause. That's a lot of money over the years. So. This year, and once again for the foreseeable future, the Golf Gives Back charitable focus is building blocks. This nonprofit administers a high-quality pre-K education program for children so that they are prepared for kindergarten. Research proves quality learning is a smart investment. The program has proven results with higher graduation rates, lower drug use, higher job skills, and lower criminal justice costs. All net tournament proceeds are earmarked for building blocks, serving 28 counties in southern Indiana, which includes Orange County. Right here in Orange County is included in their footprint. As a result of last year's tournament and our Insiders Club, Golf Gives Back presented a $150,000 check back in March of this year. And we earmarked $30,000 of that to be invested right here in Orange County. Alicia Wilson, CEO of Building Blocks, is on hand to make a short presentation to reflect that donation. So I'll ask Alicia, come on up. She's the CEO of Building Blocks.
I was told to keep it short and sweet like me, so here we go. This is Dr. Brandy Terrell. She, for those of you from Orange County, I'm sure you're well versed in her work in the community. We are very excited to have her partnership and Thrive's partnership to be able to utilize this $30,000 in Orange County with the family child care homes that exist here. There are 77% of the child care spots in the county are in family child care homes. 144 seats that these educators need extra support. So Building Blocks will be supporting them and the early learning that exists within the county with this $30,000. Thank you all.
She had the check presentation. All right, great. Alicia, thank you so much. And she will be available at the end of our program for media interviews. We couldn't ask for better partners than the people with French Lick Resorts. They've helped us in countless ways, and we really appreciate all of their help and advice. This is a true partnership between the resort and Golf Gives Back. And joining us today from French Lick Resorts are several executives we'd like to recognize. Please stand or wave when called. Mr. Steve Ferguson, I see you back there, Steve. Thank you. Wave your hand. Steve is the chairman of the board of the Cook Group. And then Mr. Chuck Franz, CEO of French Lick Resorts. Chuck, where are you? He's playing golf already? Okay. Mr. Rob Santa, CEO of, our former CFO. There you go, Rob. Thank you. Rob was very instrumental in helping us get started. Mr. Joe Vizzoso, Vice President, Resort Operations and Sales. Joe. And Mr. Dave Harner, Director of Golf Operations. Thank you, Dave. And, whoa, what was that? And Mr. Chris Leininger, COO of French Lick Resorts. Chris, are you here? Somewhere in here. Good deal. They and their entire team here at French Licks. What? Is that Mr. Ferguson's dog? They and their entire team here at French Lick Resorts have been incredible. The season-ending championship event is unique. The competition and pressure of the United Leasing and Finance Championship is incredible. This is where 75 players compete for 30 PGA Tour cards that will be awarded after play. It's a life-changing event to make it on the PGA Tour. As I mentioned earlier, this year marks our 14th year of hosting the tournament. It takes a village to put this on, 300 plus volunteers, over 100 sponsors, and the regional media coverage that we receive is important to our success. We appreciate everyone's contributions, but none of this would be possible without the vision, leadership, and support of the Romaine family. Ron Romaine led the charge to make a signature sporting event a reality in Southern Indiana, and it's now 14 years later, and we are the final stop on the tour where, again, 30 PGA Tour cards are being awarded. Well, Ron Romaine had that vision. Please welcome our presenting sponsor, Ron Romaine, Executive Chairman of United Companies, to the podium. Mr. Romaine.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. This is really a great day. Yeah, I can't believe it's already here. You know, it just seems like we did this a few months ago, but it always seems to creep up on me every single year. You know, Jack talked about the village that it takes to put something like this on. And today is really a special day because we've got Bill Shermer here and his entire team. And this is Media Day, and this is the Liberty Credit Union Media Day. And Bill, I can't thank you enough for that. It was about 3 years ago, I went into Bill's office and we were talking about the tournament and, you know, kind of the customer relationship part of this, as well as just the overall branding. And the Evansville Teachers Credit Union had changed their name to Liberty. And I said, Bill, I know you like golf. What do you think about getting involved in this tournament? And I mean, without a beat, missing a beat, he said, absolutely. What do I do? Where do I sign? And Bill, again, thank you for what you're doing and look forward to a great day of golf today. Thank you. Jack talked a lot too about the impact of the nonprofits, and Alicia, we've worked together for probably 10 years or so on a lot of different projects, and it's thrilled to see what we've been able to do up here in Orange County and some element of support for early childhood education. That's the broader mission, is to try and raise as much money as we can for early childhood education in Southwest Indiana and even the state more broadly. There's also an economic impact of an event like this. We engaged the University of Southern Indiana to do an economic impact study, and we received that after last year's event. It's about $10.5 million in impact, economic impact for the state of Indiana, and certainly for Southwest Indiana. So we're very, very proud of that part of it as well, and the recognition it brings to our part of the world. There's a special person that I want to acknowledge in my remarks, and that is Steve Ferguson. And he won't like this, and I'm going to acknowledge Steve, but were it not for him and Joe and a few other members on his team, we would not be here today. In fact, I'm not sure we would have a tournament here today. And French Lick Resorts, Steve Ferguson individually. Steve Ferguson has committed personally to this tournament and just offered so much more than just allowing us to use the venue. He's supported building blocks. Steve, I can't thank you enough. I'm not sure where he's disappeared to, but I hope he's still, yeah. Steve, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate it. And last, I just want to take a moment to recognize some members of our team. Martha Allers, Martha stand so they know who you are. She's president of United Leasing and Finance. We have Tracy Liebert, you met, Chris Connor, she's one of our administrative assistants. And, Caitlin, I'm sorry. Yeah, Caitlin. She's our resident professional golfer inside the company, so look out for her today. Don't gamble against her. But thank you all for being here. This is really great. I'm excited to go out and make a bunch of birdies. And Jack, I need to turn it now over to Bill. Bill, I think you're going to say a few words. Thank you.
Great day and great event. We're proud that Ron asked us to be the sponsor. As he said, we jumped at the opportunity, and we're excited to be the media sponsor for today's event. Liberty Federal Credit Union was founded 90 years ago by a group of educators from the Evansville-Vandenberg School Corporation and University of Evansville. And over that time frame, a core part of our mission has been to support education in all of its facets. And what better way to do that than to support Golf Gives Back and their support of Building Blocks. We've all seen the positive impact that Building Blocks has on our youngest students, starting at pre-K. And we're just really excited to be able to support Building Blocks through Golf Gives Back. Their efforts lay the foundation for the support of our students at the earliest level in their educational journey. And we're really excited to be able to support our students, their teachers, through Building Blocks and also through Golf Gives Back. So I want to give my hats off to Building Blocks. You guys do a great job. And we're really privileged to come alongside Ron, the full board of Golf Gives Back, and their support of Building Blocks and early education. So I just want to thank Ron and Jack for giving us this opportunity to be the media sponsor today. Hats off to the whole Golf Gives Back board. You all do a great job bringing the Korn Ferry Tour to our region for over a decade now. There's a lot of logistics that go into pulling this event off. And Ron, you and your team at United Leasing do a great job. I know Doug, you're out there every day making sure the players are here, getting here on time, making sure the sponsors are out there, making sure that all the events that happen outside the tournament go off without a hitch. And so you guys do a great job, and this year will be successful as well. So just want to thank you all for coming out. And for those of you who have played this course before, you know that it's a really challenging course. But for those of you who are playing later today who've never played this course, I just want to let you know it's really narrow, so it behooves you to hit the ball straight. So I just want to say good luck to you with that, and hope you all enjoy the day today. Thank you.
I'm not on the agenda, but I did think it's important that, come up here, Ron. Here's a $100,000 check to Building Blocks from the resort, and we sure appreciate you having the tournament here and everything you do for kids. And thank you. There's nothing more important than helping kids read. And I believe that, and I sure appreciate everything you're doing in that line.
Thank you,
Ron.
Steve. Thank you so much. Anything you want to say, Steve?
Steve, we appreciate Building Blocks. Did not expect this. We are eternally grateful. We will be good stewards of the dollar. My passion is literacy, making sure that the path starts strong from the beginning.
That's great. I will tell you, this is a surprise. $100,000 just fell in our lap. So that's going to make the amount, maybe you're going to say something, Jack. I'm going to steal your words. But this is over $250,000 now we're going to have directly towards building blocks, not 150. So, wow. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that.
It's incredible. When Mr. Ferguson started walking up, I'm like, he's not on the agenda. But if you'd like to walk up again, Mr. Ferguson, we'll do that. Oh boy. At this time, I think this guy was born on the golf course. I'd like to invite the Director of Golf Operations up here to say a few words, Mr. Dave Harner. Please welcome him.
Mr. Ferguson made that a hard act to follow. I don't have a check. You know, the 2024 Korn Ferry Tour Championship presented by United Leasing and Finance, in our minds here at French Lick, was a great event for the resort, for the community, and for the entire region. You know, the Pete Dye course on a calm sunny day still showed its teeth, with the exception of our champion Braden Thornberry. Came from 6 shots back on the final day with a 6 under 66 to win the tournament. There are a lot of success stories from that event, and I'll just name a few. First of all, Brian Campbell, who won both the Mexico Open and the John Deere Classic this year on the PGA Tour after getting his card here in French Lick, and he's up with $3.2 million this year in winnings. Another qualifier was Aldrich Potgieter, won the Rocket Mortgage Classic. He's won over $3 million on tour. Jackson Suber has contended in some events this year, and he's won over $1 million. So just those 3 players out there this year, and there are more. But it's a life changer, and we're glad to be a part of that. You know, the length of the Dye course is what everybody talks about, but the tight landing areas, the difficult up and downs around the greens, and the possibility of gusty winds are what makes the course difficult. It's not necessarily the length. The tournament this year will again be full of surprises and upsets, I'm sure. We appreciate all the sponsors, especially United Leasing and Finance, for the continued support. And again, French Lick Resort couldn't be happier with the event. We're proud of it. So thank you.
Thank you, Dave. We have a great Golf Gives Back board, but the folks at Tour Vision Promotions are the hands-on experts we rely on to execute the tournament sales and operations. It's a huge task, and we couldn't do it without them. Patrick Nickel, CEO of Tour Vision Promotions, got his start in minor league baseball, and he had a 10-year stint with the PGA Tour. Patrick will be going over all the exciting things we have in store for the tournament this year and introduce our guest speaker. Please welcome to the podium Patrick Nickel.
Thank you, Jack. Good to see everybody here, and we've got a bunch of our sponsors here, and want to thank all of y'all because y'all make it possible, and it's a great event. And certainly want to welcome back Liberty Federal Credit Union, Bill and Brent and Cindy. Glad y'all are back this year. I always enjoy working with y'all, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Reflecting back on last year and kind of being totally transparent, this thing almost whipped me. It's a big yard, there's a lot going on, and without the partners that we have here from Dave Harner and Lori and Rob Kuntz and Joe Vizzoza and Doug Pettit with the Pro-Ams, Garth and Dustin on our staff, everybody did a fantastic job because there are so many moving parts and so many things going on. So certainly appreciate all that y'all did. As Jack mentioned, we had over 300 volunteers last year, and we expect to have the same this year, as well as 20-something people on the championship committee that spend all year working on the operations of the tournament. Looking forward to this year. Same basic format. We'll have three Pro-Am days here at the Pete Dye course on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll have 3 Pro-Ams at the Donald Ross course on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And that's trying to think of what the number, almost 600 players played in the Pro-Am, which is pretty impressive. A really good event last year, and having it again this year, is the Smithville Fiber Shootout on Monday afternoon. We're moving it down to the Sands Creek Pro-Am, or Par 3 this year. If you haven't had a chance to play it, it's a ton of fun. I've played it a couple times. Gart's beat me out of some money both times, so I'll try to get some back tomorrow, but it's a lot of fun if you haven't done that. We'll also have the TaylorMade Shootout again on Friday afternoon. United Leasing and Finance was the winner last year. They had the first hole out in the history of the event, and that'll be after play on Friday. And then the card ceremony should begin Sunday afternoon around 6 o'clock. Our TV times Thursday through Sunday this year are 3 to 6 each day on the Golf Channel. We anticipate we'll start around 8 o'clock in the morning for the first tee time. And they'll play in threesomes off of number 1 tee. A lot of talk right now about the Ryder Cup, and looking back, 5 of the 6 players that have already been named to the Ryder Cup, Scotty Scheffler, J.J. Spahn, Russell Henley, Harris English, and Xander Schauffele, all played in the Korn Ferry Tour Championship at one time or another. And I'm certain that somebody that's playing here in October will eventually add their name to that list, whether it's a Johnny Kiefer, Austin Smotherman, but hopefully it's going to be a kid by the name of Joe Weiler, who's our special guest today. Joe was born in Bloomington, Indiana. He attended Purdue University. He was the 2019 Indiana State Amateur Champion, 3-time all Big Ten Conference. He actually worked at a car wash during college. We'll get to that later. He turned professional in 2022. He joined the Korn Ferry Tour in 2023. He has over $400,000 in career earnings. He loves to play pickleball, and he and his wife, Sophie, live in Jacksonville, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Weiler. Joe, I guess the obvious question is, you grow up in Bloomington in the heart of Hoosier country. How the hell you end up in Purdue?
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons I went to Purdue. I mean, I grew up an IU fan, and I rooted for the basketball, football, everything. But I don't know. I turned my tides pretty quickly to Purdue. I went there. I did engineering, and I loved the coaches, teammates, golf courses, everything. I love Purdue, and they're now my team. I haven't shunned IU. I'll root for them, but not even close to the same as I once did.
You got 2 of your closest friends, Adam Schenk and Tyler Duncan, who've been on the PGA Tour for a little while. Talk about what you've learned for them, your relationship with them.
Yeah, Tyler and Adam have been great to me. Adam's obviously been on tour for a while, same with Tyler. Tyler has actually been playing on the Korn Ferry this year, so I've been able to talk to him a lot, and he was on tour. He's won on tour, won the RSM Classic back in 2019. So he's a really good player. But those guys, just being Southern Indiana guys, I think I can draw a lot of inspiration from them. Both Purdue guys. So we followed pretty similar paths, and they're all great. So we have all at one point been in Jacksonville together. So we play a lot of golf, and it's just nice to have a good Purdue family to lean on and ask questions. And they've been through the ringer multiple times, so it's good to draw from them.
All right, you played last year in the Tour Championship here. Talk about the Pete Dye Golf Course and last year's event.
Yeah, it was amazing. I think leading up to it, I had a bunch of friends on Korn Ferry ask me what the course was like, and compare it to anything that we played the rest of the year. And I was pretty silent with them. I didn't have much for them because there's not another golf course that we play. I mean, courses typically are pretty easy. There's a couple good ones that we guys really like to show up and play at, and this course is, I believe, the hardest by a good bit. And I knew that, and having it here was super cool. I grew up on the south side of Bloomington down by Lake Monroe, and so it was a quick 45-minute drive. And I didn't play here very much growing up, but whenever I did get the opportunity, I always thought it was special. And to get to play a tournament here and have so many friends and family come out was tons of fun. I think I definitely had the largest crowd out here, which I expected, and I wish it will be again this year. But yeah, I think it got a lot of attention just for how difficult it was. And typically when you get a difficult golf course, it's firm and fast, and there's water hazards and OBs and whatnot. And so when you come out here, it's pretty open. I mean, the fairways are small, but it plays pretty soft, and the greens are always really good. So I think it's just a really interesting, just the layout of the golf course and how difficult it can be for any level of golfer. And I think you're going to see that again this year.
All right, Joe, thank you so much for being here today. We look forward to seeing you the week of October 6th.
I do want to thank again Bill Shermer and Liberty Federal Credit Union. Appreciate your media sponsorship once again. It's incredible to have you all here. Thank you.